Welcome back to Gone Home, where in the last one we returned from our 1-year trip to Europe. But we got a surprising lack of hello from our family. I'm getting the feeling that our sister Sam, because we have in the family Sam, Katie, me, Mom, Jenny, and Dad, Terry. I have the feeling that Sam is the only one who was home, and no idea where Mom and Dad are. It's a deck of cards. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone County over the better part of next week as part of a Forestry Service run controlled burn of overgrowth sections of the Flintlock National Forest. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 AM and 5 PM on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and possibly into Thursday depending on speed of progress, according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing dead or overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry and firefighting personnel involved, said senior conservationist Janice Greenbrier. Smoke will likely linger in the area through the following weekend. And that would be our mom. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that is a real thing people sometimes do. Let's have a look. We would probably have a light thingy right over there. Personal calendar. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, somebody is doing cooking class and a couple's something. Is there a button that allows you to... Okay, yeah, I am. Okay, so there's a button for that, nice. Monday, couples bowling, cooking class, take apron, and ballroom dancing, but that's been scrapped. Couples bowling, scrapped. Cooking class still, ballroom dancing, and... yeah, I feel like they are scrapping too much. Notice of temporary personnel transfer. Let's see if I can just read it. Bruce Doubleton, head of personnel, State Forestry Service. To aid in an upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest, effective 9/2/94. Please see attached personnel file. An overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, Senior Conservative Janice Greenbrier, is charged with the supervision of transferred personnel. The duration of transfer will be based upon performance evaluation as well as the recommendation of the overseeing officer. Signed, Bruce Pendleton. 8/4/94. And now I want to see if I can take a quick look at the letter. Dear Jan, not Sam. Okay, that makes more sense. Have a look. So yeah, nothing really special that I noticed now by being actually able to read it. just a friend of the mum, who seemed to be very annoying in my opinion, but well, that's just how some people are. What the hell? Oh. Notebook. For Sam. Bluffing. Stab. Cherry bomb. Throwaway. What the hell? PRDCT. So special. Fuck your fan. Blast baby. What the hell?
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Oh, it's a... yeah, it's one of those tapes. Oh, those are... yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Those are the tracks, those are the numbers. It's not terrible, it's just music with weird names. Caution, radiation area, keep out. Yeah, right. Okay, so that would be Sam's room then. At least that's what I suspect. So, she got a personal mixtape. Isn't that supposed to be one of those things that you make for the person you are in love with or used to?
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck. I don't wanna sit around and talk about the water. We're so good all day. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna say hello. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna walk away.
Okay, particular taste, not quite my thing. Super Spitfire. And where would you then have the Nintendo thingy? Can you tell that I never really had something like that? I never had a... this is... Journey of the Crystal, I think? Okay, looks... not Kingdom Heart, that other thing. Are these those things you are supposed to be able to see a 3D shape in? Because if so, I'm not seeing it. No, I can make myself dizzy, but not see anything. So yeah, she looked like she was some rebellious teen, which, fair enough. Man, Sam had this in like 4th grade. Oh, cute. Can I grab that thing that's behind it? No, just another Bible. Yes, Bibles to me are very not interesting. The King's Labyrinth, Chapter 2, Fraying Threads. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own, grew closer to the goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The dead immortal king, that sounds contradictory. And yeah, this sounds like terrible fanfiction. The first mate slipped down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trouser and looked at Allegra, I don't know. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the attached moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arms stood on end. She looked back at her first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came up upon a rocky gap, spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb, topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks of the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase, hewn from rock, led deep into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, then you," but the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker. And you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will cycle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by this invisible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread off the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Yeah, so Sam seems to be very gay. Allegra waited, staring or the name Allegra is a male name? Could be, I don't know. Waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continues his... Wait. No. The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to the top, even from across the yawning basin. Allegra could see the first mate's eye grow wide. She turned and ran, summoning his undead power. The king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with digressing speed. From some dark passage, much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisted around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply. Its end threaded and frayed in her hands. She tossed it to the ground and ran. Seriously, you can't leave it like that. But yeah, as far as I can interpret, she seems to be very gay. Betty Smith, Biohazard, Dinosaur Jr. What the hell? Groove, Exclusive, 8 in Africa, Soul Silent Lives, Eddie Vedder, Weezer. Okay, so this seems to be nothing, or at least not of importance, which makes sense, of course. Most things are not important. What did that say? Oh, thank you. Sam, I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you. Mitch Leaf. I don't know. Sorry, College Program for Youth Scholars, 1995 session. Okay, so she got an invite to the tracking team, I guess. And this would be Mom and Dad's room, I think. You don't think you really want to look through your parents' drawers? Oh. No thanks, I am not going to extrapolate on that at all. Okay, lots of tapes. Queen's Cassidy. Okay, movies. Okay, yeah, that again. Dear Jen, oh honey, let me tell you, I understand how you feel. Bob and I had our down periods. It became a bit of a way of life, actually. You get used to each other. You live your own lives in the same house. Kids grow up, they go away. I'm sorry, this isn't help it, is it? Don't worry. Terry will get on whatever will get over what is ever distracting him. Things will go back to normal. And as for Sam being distant, that's teenager for you. Nothing to worry about. Dismissing things is a easy way to make things that can be easily solved, allow them to turn into problems. In the meantime though, this controlled burn, that sounds like quite the adventure. She loves saying that, doesn't she? But let's go to the chase. The new ranger they sent, that's what I want to hear about. Ranger Rick? You have to be kidding me. It's too perfect. You have to tell me everything. And send pictures. I want the whole package. Wait, that sounded wrong. Keep your chin up until Terry is out of this slum. And in the meantime, write more letters to your old friend Carol. She adores them. I do not like Carol. At all. No. Simply a Freddy ring binder. More bloody Holy Bible. Seriously, you already had a Holy Bible. How many of the same book do you need? Unknown Dimensions Literature. 6-4. Okay. KZ Publisher. Communication must become total and conscious before we can stop it. Okay, so he seems to be mostly dealing with his book. And telephone directory, I guess that's the phone book? I don't know. How much stuff do you guys need, seriously? You have 2 drawers, a cupboard, and then a walk-in closet as well? Watercolor techniques for florals and still lifes. Are you a watercolorist looking to improve your skill? So was Bradford Gregory once. Since he began painting with watercolors at the age of 40, he has gone on to win countless awards in national and international exhibitions. Now with watercolor techniques for floral and still lifes, he shares his years of watercolor experience with you. This book doesn't contain lists of rules, but principles and concepts that will lead you down the path to fulfilling your personal potential as an artist. Okay, cool. And bathroom. Oh, people had their own bathroom, I guess. No bandages. And more. Okay, more rooms. Just a lot of rooms. This place is stupidly massive, isn't it? Let's have a look. That's a lot of rooms, isn't it? But yeah, let's have a look. After the honeymoon, rediscovering your spouse, personality, spirituality, sexuality. Great. So they kind of seem to have gotten bored of each other. That's not healthy. At least I don't think it is. After the honeymoon, yeah. It may seem inevitable that spark you and your spouse shared on the honeymoon should fade over time, but it doesn't have to be. Revert Alexander Mitchells will show you how to rekindle the fire you once had. Part 1. Provide simple steps to reopen lines of... Yeah, okay. I want the options for that, but I don't want it always. Part 1. Provide simple steps to reopen the lines of communication between you and your spouse, allowing you to face the problems you share as partners instead of rivals. Part 2. Reverts decades of service to God, helping you to connect with a higher power. You'll draw strength from spirituality you may not even know you have. Yeah, as people probably know, I don't buy into any form of spirituality. Part 3 offers a number of fresh and exciting ideas for the bedroom, including a few things that may surprise you. The services of passion where your spouse run deep. You must have to know where to look. Well, that's ever so mildly uncomfortable. Okay, so what room was open? Who was leaving and why? And oh, seriously, give me the option to switch between them. Okay. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it, so it's either good or we can make fun of him for liking it. That's not very nice, but it's fair enough. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch out on it probably. Oh, that's not nice. What time? Oh, by the way, this is Sam again, because, hey, red is the first part and then black, which would then be Sam. Cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to bath? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburger is important. Yeah, it's probably hilarious if you have seen Pulp Fiction, but I haven't because I'm boring. I think Todd's going to come so you can see it again, if that's okay. 7:15, okay? Don't bath. Alright, see you then. What you could also probably do is, you know, communicate with your parents and then oh, wild color. Red. Serum permanent hell hair color. Not test on animals. Original form.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. It's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited, and the moment was gone.
So yeah, first thought was, oh god, somebody died. And no! Instead, yeah, romance. And yay, romance, that's cool. And would this be my room? Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such a short notice that they weren't around to do it. Guess you can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Why? Are you running away or something? Ah. Oh, wait. No, maybe not. Sam's dark room. Do not enter if the red lights are on. So, first thought was, maybe she moved to the attic, but that seems to be her dark room. And for the people who don't know what a dark room is where you develop photos, pictures, where you develop their negative, which is the thing you used to use before digital cameras. And yes, that is something that I have worked with. Actually, when I talked about, oh god, when I did a presentation for school on photographing and stuff like that, the first time around, I did it on just, I kind of want to say regular, but photo rolls, and where you make negatives and stuff like that. Which is just wild, because that's never used these days anymore. These days it's just all digital, which is, I think in most ways, just a plain upgrade. I mean, there are some things that make it less of the... There are certain things that pictures with negatives can still do. They can have a much higher resolution still, although digital cameras are catching up. Oh Christ. Hey Sam, you were asking what my GROTC ribbon means. It's a handy guide. Orientating. This means the army thinks I can find my way around. Rifle team. The army has branded me as a certified killing machine. Adventure training. I'm a born adventurous and no boulders can hold me. The army recognizes this. So if you didn't think I was cool before, now you do. Actually it's... For me it has taken away, because, well... Army, it's not something you do if you can do any better, at least not in Europe. Composition book, Samantha Greenbrier, Ghost Hunter Journal. Sighting Journal. August 31st, 1994. 1:19 AM. A tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one was there. How tall? How tall was Uncle Oscar? Note, I was not wearing my glasses. September 3rd, 1994. I think that's very close after that. 12:44 AM. All at night, I guess. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello. Did not investigate. Probably was the furniture. Or the furnace? Yeah, the furnace. September 9th, 1994. 4 PM. Poured milk from carton in the fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read that spirits can sour milk. Milk was just brought yesterday. Okay, but it can also be just bought too late. October 9th, 1994. 11 PM. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. I suddenly begin to feel cold. We built a protective pillow fort. Hey, don't you just love the... Oh god, what's it called? Oh god, the thing where you feel something while you have no reason for feeling it, but you feel it because you think you feel it. Yeah, okay, go stop with the making ghost noises. October 22nd, 1914. 11 PM to 12 AM. Lonnie and I employ Ouija board as medium. The stone messages are conveying from the other side. Oscar definitely there. Oh yeah, that's one of those weird things where your body will unknowingly do something. It's weird. October 28th, 1994. 10 PM till 4 AM. Enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night and help patrol premises, recording any sight of otherworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remained unconfirmed. Possibly ectoplasmic in attic, probably due to leaky roof. Sample taken just in case. Despite our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 AM. All in all, a successful night. A lot of nice stuff. I'm going to break a bit of immersion at the end of the episode, but good lighting engine. Yes, that's the type of stuff that I do notice. Of all the visual things, that's the one thing that I always notice. How good the lighting is. But yeah. Sam and Lonnie definitely were an item, I think. It's still terrible weather and Sam was leaving her room. I have no idea if that means that she moved to the attic or that she ran away, which I really hope is not the case, and that would explain why there is no one in the house. She ran away and then Mom and Dad are off to try and find her. You would just kind of expect that there would be some type of note that explains that. Although, when you run off to find your kid, I guess you don't quite have time for that, so I guess that's my current hypothesis. See you in the next one.